We have Commissioner Professor Abdi. The other three commissioners traveled on official duties. They are out of the country, but they are expected this evening to come back. Now, the Commission takes note of the determination of the Supreme Court to annul the 8th August 2017 presidential election result. The Commission notes that the three grounds used by the Supreme Court to reach its majority decision to annul the presidential result. We particularly note that the focus of the decision is in the transmission of presidential results. This therefore means that there were no aspersions cast on the voting and counting of votes, and that the sovereign will of the Kenyan people was fully respected in this respect. It's worth noting that the new commissioners only took office 7 months ago without any changes made to the Secretariat. To protect the integrity of the sovereign will of the Kenyan people, the Commission intends to make internal changes to our personnel and processes as we prepare for the fresh presidential election in 60 days. The Commission invites the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution to urgently and expeditiously investigate and prosecute any of our staff that may have been involved in violation of the Election Offences Act. The Commission is aware of the limited time to conduct a fresh presidential election in strict adherence to the Constitution and the relevant electoral laws. We urge the Supreme Court to issue the full judgment expeditiously to allow us to have a full understanding of the areas of focus as we prepare a timetable for the fresh presidential election, which we'll publish in the coming days. The Commission urges all Kenyans to remain calm and restrain themselves from any political rhetoric that may undermine the stability and cohesion of our country. In conclusion, we wish to urge all Kenyans for our commitment to ensure that this fresh election is done in accordance with the Constitution, the relevant laws, and that it will reflect the sovereign will of the Kenyan people. Thank you very much, and thank you for coming.
Mr. Chairman, do you feel you should resign in the result in the wake of this judgment?
No.
Why not?
The Supreme Court will give its judgment in a number of days, in 21 days. We are urging them to give us judgment as soon as possible. In that judgment, there are certain things they'll say about errors, what happened during the last election. So whoever was part of that problem will have to take responsibility. As of now, I listened to the Supreme Court judgment, and I didn't hear anything about the chairman of the commission in regard of what happened in the last election.
But you're responsible for the election.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I think the chairman is responsible. Listen. In the absence of the Supreme Court.
Okay, thank you.
No specifics about the changes.
It will be very difficult.
Now, let me make it clear. We shall read the judgment of the Supreme Court. We appreciate the Supreme Court is final court, and whatever the Supreme Court has said will be implemented to the letter. There will be issues on the processes. There will be issues on maybe the ballots, maybe transmission of results. So we don't know what the Supreme Court is going to say, and I don't want to stand here and write judgment for the Supreme Court.
But the changes you've spoken about the Secretariat and possibly the IT section, can you be specific about those changes?
The Commission will have a sitting either today evening or tomorrow. The plenary will make a decision, and those changes will be outlined, and we shall invite you here to give you that whatever we have said, most probably tomorrow afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You see, it's the same question. We are going back, and we have said we are going to look at the Supreme Court judgment, outline it. You will also be able to read it. Where the court outlines that there were errors, then somebody has to take responsibility for those errors. But I'm confident in my commission, the new commissioner, that will be able to deliver. The court said clearly and directed IEBC to do the election, the rerun in 60 days. the court would have said, can we have an election in 60 days? But they said IEBC to do a rerun in 60 days. Did you hear that? So that means this is the only institution that is going to run the election in 60 days. No other institution. Thank you.
Thank you so much. He will not come back now.
We just heard there from the chairman of the IEBC, Wafula Chebukati, on the next steps for the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. He says